Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of a program Unscripted. Trust you're doing okay today and trust you staying safe. Yes, on today's episode, I'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League, the quarterfinals. So on Tuesday and yesterday, Wednesday, we had the quarterfinals of this season's UEFA Champions League. So we had a couple of games that were played across various stadiums in Europe. So I'll quickly go through some of the results and some interesting conversations as regards the games that were played on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'll quickly start with the games that were played on Tuesday. All the games were played simultaneously. So the first game I'll be talking about today was the game between Arsenal versus Real Madrid. That was a very interesting game. Honestly, most people gave Real Madrid this tie for them to defeat Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Looking at Real Madrid, they've got the best attacking lineup in world football today. Talking about the likes of Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., we've got Rodrigo, we've got Jude Bellingham, and a couple of other players as well. So technically, football fans thought Real Madrid were going to dismantle and defeat Arsenal, but on the night, it was the other way around as Arsenal defeated Real Madrid 3-0. So the game started quite well for Arsenal. They pressed really well, and also Real Madrid had a couple of chances. Like Mbappe had a couple of chances to put Real Madrid up in the first half, but Real was really good in terms of making some saves. And in the first half ended goalless draw for both of them. And the second half, Arsenal decided to come to the party where we had the likes of Declan Rice, who scored a brace, and both goals were free kicks. So the first goal was scored in the 58th minute where Saka was fouled close to the penalty box, and Declan Rice stood up to take the free kick and scored the free kick in the 58th minute. A couple of minutes later, in the 70th minute, Saka again was fouled close to the box, and guess who stood up again? Declan Rice stood up again to take the free kick and scored again, which made it, I think he made it the fourth player in the competition's history to score 2 free kicks in a quarter-final game. I think we had Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo do the same in the past. So that was really impressive from Declan Rice. Then Arsenal made it 3 where Mikel Merino scored, assisted by Miles Lewis Kelly in the 75th minute. So against all odds, Arsenal defeated Real Madrid 3 goals convincingly, 3-0. And Arsenal had other chances where Declan Rice also had his header saved by the Real Madrid goalkeeper as well. Then Martinelli also had 1 or 2 chances that was saved by the Real Madrid goalkeeper, who I thought was also good on the night. So Arsenal defeated Real Madrid 3-1. So fingers crossed, the second leg is going to be next week at the Bernabeu in Spain. So let's see if Real Madrid can overturn this result and to progress to the semi-finals. But technically, as it stands right now, Arsenal, they've got 1 leg in the semi-finals, and we'll see how it progresses in the second leg at the Bernabeu in Spain. Then the second game for Tuesday was the game between Bayern versus Inter Milan in Munich. So this game was quite interesting as well. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Inter Milan. So Inter Milan went up 1-0 at the 38th minute with a fantastic assist by Thuram, and the goal was scored by Martinez. So the game ended 1-0 in the first half. Then in the second half, Thomas Müller for Bayern Munich, who apparently will be leaving Bayern Munich at the end of the season after spending about a couple of years with Bayern Munich. He scored a goal for them and made it 1-1. Then in the 88th minute, Fratesi for Inter Milan made it 2-1. So Inter Milan won the first tie in Germany 2-1. So we're looking forward to the second leg in Italy at the San Siro, where Bayern will be hoping to overturn that result to see if they can progress to the semi-finals. That was for Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we had other interesting games that were played as well. So the first game that I'll be talking about today was the game between one of the favorites to win the tournament, talking about Barcelona versus Dortmund. The game ended 4-0 in favor of Barcelona. They've been in flying form in this competition so far. The highest goal scorer in this competition is from Barcelona. The second highest goal scorer of this tournament is also from Barcelona as well. So the game ended 4-0. Rafinha put Barcelona ahead at the 25th minute, and also Lewandowski in the second half scored a brace at the 48th minute and 66th minute before the fantastic Lamine Yamal made it 4 at the 77th minute. So Barcelona are going to the second leg with a 4-goal advantage against Dortmund in the second leg next week. So currently Rafinha has scored 12 goals, leading the chart or the top goal scorers chart for this season's Champions League with 12 goals, and altogether I think he's had about 45 or 40 goals in total for Barcelona this season. They've got Lewandowski, who is also on 11 goals right now. Then he's had about 40 goals in total for Barcelona this season. Quite impressive for both of them. Then also Lamine Yamal, who's been fantastic for Barcelona this season as well. Then the last game for Wednesday was the game between PSG and Aston Villa. So PSG and Aston Villa was also a very, very interesting game, a cracker. The game ended 3-1 in favor of PSG, who are also seen to be favourites to win this competition, which will be their first if they get to win the competition, their first ever. So the game ended 3-1 in favor of PSG. So Aston Villa went 1-0 up in the 35th minute, where Morgan Rogers scored the goal to put Aston Villa 1-0. Then in the 4 minutes later, PSG scored back. He scored a fantastic goal. I've forgotten his name now. I think Dowie. So he scored the equalizer. A fantastic goal. I think you need to watch out that goal. If you've not seen the goal, you should be going for one of the goal of the tournament. So at the 49th minute, their new signing from Napoli, Kvaratskhelia, made it 2-1 with also a very, very fantastic goal as well. It made it 2-1. You know, it was signed in the January transfer window for about 70 million euros. It's been really, really good for them so far since January, since he joined them in January. So he made it 2-1. Then in the 92nd minute, Mendes, the left back, made it 3-1. So there's still all to play for in the second leg when PSG go to Villa Park in England to see if they can progress to the semi-finals. So those were the games that were played in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So fingers crossed to see what we expect in the semi-finals. So tell me what you think. So which team do you think would progress to the semi-finals? For me, I think Arsenal. They are technically in the semi-finals right now. Then I also think Barcelona, they've got a very, very strong advantage of winning 4-0 against Dortmund. So they will be in the semi-finals as well. Then PSG, from the way they played yesterday, they played really, really well. So I don't think Aston Villa would overturn a 2-goal deficit against PSG in the second leg. So PSG, to me, I think they would also make it through to the semi-finals. Then the open game that I still think is very, very open is the game between Bayern and Inter, which is just 2-1. So anything can happen in that particular tie. So tell me what you think as regards the games that were played. Tell me your thoughts as regards the semi-finals, who you think is going to progress to the semi-finals. And like the video if you come across the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. See you guys on the next episode. Bye for now.